Good morning, students. How are you? Students of 5R. Very good morning to all. Get ready with your English textbook, Marigold book. Okay? In the last class, we completed the poem The Lazy Frog. Okay? Now, Apipsha, very good morning. Shefa, Arya, Nishi, very good morning to all. Kanan. Okay, now, so in the last class, we learned from the Lazy Frog, the poem, we learned that the poem is about a lazy frog. His name is Fred. Okay? And he does not do anything all day long. It is already known to us. Clear? It tells us that the frog does not do anything and his mother does all the work herself, and whenever his mother asks him to come and help her, he does not listen to his mother. He likes to sleep all the day and he pretends to be deaf. Deaf means hard of hearing, who cannot hear. He does not open his eye even when a lady frog comes that way. This is the summary of the poem. Okay, so now today we will do the question answers of this poem. So get ready with your copy. First one, page number 80. Get ready. Okay. So the first one, what did the frog do all day? Write the answer. The frog lolled all day upon a log. The line is from your poem. Very easy. Next, number 2. Besides lazy, what other word can you think of to describe the frog? So, besides lazy, we can say that he is rude, shameless and very much immodest. Okay? Next, number 3. Complete these sentences with reference to the poem. When the frog's mother called him, he pretended who is here? Arush. Root spelling R-U-D-E. Okay? Next. Next, number 2. When a lady frog hops by, he does not even open up one eye. Done? Now, number 4. Did you like the frog's behavior? Obviously not, isn't it? So write no. Okay, students, better I write at the top of the board. Okay. Number 4, I am writing here. So, the answer is no, I didn't like the frog's behavior because apart from being lazy, the frog was rude, immodest and didn't help his mother in her work. Okay? So, the question answers are done. Students, now we will start the next story. The next story is, yes Arush, yes that is, yes, your answer is correct. As I told you before, it is not necessary that you have to follow each and every word of my sentence. It is not like that. You just write the proper answer. Yes, number 2. Okay, I am telling Krishika. Besides lazy, the frog was rude, shameless and very much immodest. Okay, Krishika? Besides lazy, we can say the frog was rude, shameless and very much immodest. Arunno, which one you are asking? Which one you are asking? Frog or frogs? Which one? Question number? Krishika. Besides lazy, we can say the frog was rude, shameless and very much immodest. Besides lazy, we can say the frog was rude, shameless and very much immodest. Arunno, number 4. No, I didn't like the frog's behavior. Yes, frog, F-R-O-G apostrophe S. No, I didn't like the frog's behavior because apart from being lazy, the frog was rude, immodest and didn't help his mother in her work. Clear or no? Okay. Now, come to the next page. Nishi, number 4 is written here. Nishi, no, I didn't like the frog's behavior. No, I didn't like the frog's behavior because apart from being lazy, the frog was rude, immodest and didn't help his mother in her work. Done. Krishika, number 3 is given here. Number 1, when the frog's mother, number 3, when the frog's mother called him, he pretended to be deaf. Number 2, when a lady frog hops by, he does not even open up one eye. Okay? Okay, Livana. Okay. Now come to the next page. Okay, Arya. Okay, very good. Now come to the next page. Rip Van Winkle. Today we will read Rip Van Winkle. Many years ago, at the foothills of the Catskill Mountains was a little village. Okay? In the village lived a simple, good-natured fellow named Rip Van Winkle. So, Rip Van Winkle, a simple and good-natured fellow who lived in a village, and that village was at the foothills of Catskill Mountains. Okay? He was a kind neighbor, ready to help anyone. Everyone in the village liked him. So, Rip Van Winkle was a good-natured fellow. He was very kind. He was a kind neighbor. Clear? The children of the village shouted with joy whenever they saw him because he played with them. He taught them to fly fellow person. Okay? Now, the only problem with Rip was that he was very lazy. He did no work on his own farm and just idled away his time. His fences were falling to pieces. His cow was going astray. Weeds. Fellow, I told, person. Abhipsha, you cannot hear me. Why? I think check your internet connection. Okay. Weeds grew on his farm. Rip's constant companion was his dog named Wolf. To avoid work, he would walk away into the forest with his dog. So, we came to know that Rip Van Winkle was a very good natured, a simple and kind hearted neighbor, and people liked him, and the children also liked him because he taught them, because he played with them, he taught them to fly kites, shoot marbles, and he told them long stories. That's why he was favorite to the children. Okay. But the only one problem was there. The problem is Rip Van Winkle was a lazy man. Okay, he was a lazy fellow. Arush, you cannot hear me? What happened? Students, all of you? Let me see what is going on. Now, the Rip Van Winkle was sorry, very lazy. Okay. Why? Because he didn't do his work in his own farm. He did not take care of his farm, of his cow. His constant companion was his pet dog, and that dog's name was Wolf. Okay, and only to avoid work, he would walk away into the forest with his dog. One day, Rip just walked on and reached the highest part of the mountains. It was late in the afternoon when he reached there. Tired after his long climb, he lay down and began daydreaming. It was soon evening, and he realized it would be night by the time he reached his village. So, idle, lazy. Okay? Idle means lazy. So, one day what happened? Rip, only to avoid work, used to walk away into the forest with his dog. And one day, he only to avoid work, he just walked on and reached the highest part of the mountains. And at that time, it was already late in the afternoon. So, he realized it would be night by the time he reached his village. Okay. Now, come to the next page. Suddenly he heard a voice calling out, Rip Van Winkle, Rip Van Winkle. He looked around and saw a short old man with thick hair and a grizzled beard walking towards him with a barrel. He made signs to help him carry the barrel. Rip hurried to help the stranger, who caught his hand tightly. So, it was already late. Okay. So, and at that time, suddenly he heard someone was calling his name. And when he was looking around, then he found a short old man with thick hair, grizzled beard, and he was and he just showing he was just making signs to help him to carry the barrel. He had a barrel in his hand. And Rip was a kind-hearted fellow. He was a kind neighbor. So he was ready to help that man. And together they reached a place where there were some more odd-looking men playing ninepins. And with his companion, he reached at a place where he found quite odd-looking men were there, like that short old man. They were dressed the same way, and all of them had beards of various shapes and colors. Okay. Even though they were playing a game, their faces were serious and there was silence. The only sound was the noise of the ball, which echoed in the mountains like thunder. Those people were playing ninepins, though they were playing a game, but their facial expression was serious. As Rip and his companion reached them, they stopped playing and stared at Rip with a fixed gaze. Rip was really frightened. His companion emptied the contents of the barrel into glasses and made Rip drink it. Rip obeyed as he was trembling with fear. Since he was thirsty, he drank a few more glasses and slowly fell into a deep sleep. So when Rip reached with his companion at that place, all the people, they started looking at him, and they stared at Rip with a fixed gaze, and he was frightened. Okay, so and at that time that old man offered Rip a glass of drink. Okay, and Rip was thirsty. He drank a few more glasses and fell into a deep sleep. On waking up, he found that he was at the place where he had first met the old man. He rubbed his eyes. It was a bright sunny morning. Surely I have not slept here all night, thought Rip. And when Rip woke up, he saw he was at the same place where he came with that short old man. But at that time, the old man was not there. Okay? And it was a bright sunny morning. He looked around for Wolf, but he was nowhere. Rip whistled for him, Wolf, Wolf. He then shouted. No dog was to be seen. Where has this dog gone? He muttered to himself. He began to descend the mountain to go back to his village. His constant companion was? Who was his constant companion? Students, can you tell me? Who was his constant companion? Wolf, isn't it? So, he was looking for Wolf, and he also called the wolf, but Wolf was not there. So, he began to descend the mountain to go back to his village. So, he decided to go back to his village. As he neared the village, he met a number of people, but he didn't know any of them. The villagers also stared at him, equally surprised. Who is this man? Said one. As he came nearer to his village, he met a number of people, though those people were not familiar to him, and also the villagers, they could not recognize him. Rip Van was also unknown to them. Okay? Who is this man? Said one. One of them asked, who is this man? I have never seen him before, said another. Look at his long white beard and his wrinkled face. On hearing this, Rip stroked his chin, and to his astonishment, he found his beard had grown a foot long, and it was all white. So, when one of them asked, who is this man? The another one replied, I have never seen him before. Look at this long white beard. Then Rip, on hearing this, Rip realized that now he had wrinkled face and he had long white beard. An old woman walked up to him and looked at his face for a moment. Then she exclaimed, it is Rip Van Winkle. Welcome home again, old neighbor. Where have you been these 20 long years? And at that time, an old lady was walking up to him. and she looked at his face and recognized Rip. And then she exclaimed, it is Rip Van Winkle, and welcomed him. And she also asked, where had he been those 20 long years? That means at that time Rip realized that he was sleeping for long 20 years. Okay? So this is the story. That's why the villagers were unknown to him. Only his old neighbor, that lady only recognized him, and she welcomed Rip. This is the story. Students, read the story carefully and learn every spelling. Okay? And if you follow my YouTube videos, or if you access my videos from my e-portal, then you will see all these chapters are done. Again, we are revising and we are discussing. Okay? Bye bye, students. Thank you very much.